narrative. So I've been playing Mass Effect recently. I fucks with it. Even though it's like Star Trek, and I'm not much of a Star Trek fan, it is kind of fun to be in charge of your own little fleet, try to command, like try to bring humanity and save it by bringing them to other planets, trying to settle to planets. The story itself is pretty unique. I feel like they could have done a lot better though, to be honest, because like it's kind of, I don't want to say it's ass, but it's kind of like bland. Like, I don't know how to say it. It's just, they could have added so much more detail to the game. It's too simple, too blah, you know what I mean? But yeah, so we're just gonna continue where I left off in Mass Effect. I already beat the main campaign, which is cool. Meridian, I haven't gone back to the planet. Meridian is what they're in search for in the story. If you haven't played Mass Effect, basically you're a Pathfinder, which is basically like a Captain Kirk, and you're like the commander of your own little fleet. You got your own little ship. You got your crew members. There's this place called a Nexus. It's where everybody goes. It's from all species together. You know, the UN, the United Nations, but like in space. And basically, we're just, you know, they're trying to find planets to settle so we can, and try to build better bonds, you know, for everybody. So everyone's fighting planets. There's scavengers, there's hunters, there's a bunch of rebels, a bunch of people who don't like each other, races that don't like other races, it's just species that don't like other species. It's just crazy. But it's kind of basic. The point is, you have to go and find a place to settle for humanity, which is Meridian. So we go finding Meridian, but there's this alien species that they discover called the Ket, who have been causing problems, and they're trying to, so you're basically racing against the Ket to find Meridian. So you finally get there after like visiting all these other planets for clues. You finally get there, and we have a big like battle, which was kind of pretty easy for me, but I think I have the setting on easy. I'm gonna have to change that. I think that's why I did the campaign a little too quickly. But it's pretty simple. We just fought for the planet Meridian. After the cutscene, I mean after that main campaign, I started doing all the other side stuff. But I haven't gone back to visit Meridian, which I'm gonna do after I settle our colony on the planet Eladin, which is the planet I'm on at the moment. So let's just get started real quick. Resume where I left off. I just got done fighting a bunch of bandits. I was trying to start the broadcast before the bandits fight because there was a lot of action. Actually, there was like a ton of action happening, but I couldn't because I had to do the update and it would make me restart everything, and I didn't feel like restarting. So I just completed it. Then I did the update for the PS4 because it just came out right now, and restarted the app. So right now we're loading back in, and from here it should be a quick, nice little ride before we get into any other gunfights. Yeah, but I think what draws me to this game is the fact that like I'm a Star Wars fan. It's nothing like Star Wars, obviously, but it's I think it's more closer to Star Trek than it is to Star Wars. But I still, and I'm not a big fan of Star Trek, but this is still a pretty unique, fun game to play if you're just into the story and the fact that you're like in charge, kind of, in the sense, and everyone's hopes is like riding on your shoulder. So yeah, but besides that, it's pretty bland. I wish they would have done more to the game. Like, it's just so much open land, but like it's so much to travel and there's nothing there. That's the thing I hate about open games. Like, that's why GTA kind of thrives. There's so much detail. There's so much detail in a game. No matter where you're going or where you're traveling, there's so much detail within distance. In games like this, there's not that much detail in between distance.
Let's hope that stops them.
So let's see if we can go to the next spot. What's the next mission? Supposed to go back. Yeah. Continue to search for the stolen drives. So I think these niggas, the Krogan colony, took that shit. Let's go back out. Yeah, we just had this big ass fight in this whole area, man. This shit's crazy. Like this whole section was just a big ass fight. Some of this kind of looks like Borderlands, well, on this planet specifically. But when people were saying this game is like Borderlands, it's really not. I mean, I can see why. Like the way it looks, kind of a little bit like in some of the maps, some of the sections within the buildings and stuff. It do look like Borderlands, but besides that, that's all it's got. I think a lot of games kind of have something resembles to Borderlands, because Borderlands, I feel like, was the first game to have that feel and look it brought to an open world shooter, first person shooter. This is not a first person shooter, it's a third person shooter, but it still has that kind of Borderlands vibe, as in like, I think all games will actually, because at the end of the day, Borderlands is kind of the first ones that did that. I'm not sure there was other games that did it before them, but the way they did it specifically, especially with like the modern alien shit, I think they thrived in that little area. So, you know, a lot of these games can't go on forward without giving credit to Borderlands. I'm just walking to my vehicle right now. Oh, okay. I take it. I take it. Man, I'm so bored right now. Can't believe I decided to broadcast. That's the only reason why I'm broadcasting, man. I got bored. I was like, you know what, let me just broadcast. Barely do that. Let's try it out. I actually don't know if we're even broadcasting in high quality, because we got that McDonald's Wi-Fi. Let's see what else. Let me check the map. Where is it at? That area. We could just fast travel, can we? I don't feel like running all over there. Yeah, we could. Let's go. Save y'all the ride. Man, it's crazy. Just had a big storm in Philly. That shit wild. Well, it wasn't much of a big storm, but people were hyping it up, saying it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, let's see. Oh yeah. I haven't played the multiplayer side of this game yet. I don't think it's nothing special so far. What I've seen like a skit of what it's supposed to be, the multiplayer on this game, but I don't know. I don't even know if it's PvP or if it's PvE. I really don't know. Alright. You wanna start to talk? Why is it like that? Did it just stay like that? Oh, it's downloading. I mean, it's saving or something. Alright. Come on. Boy, if you don't start talking, nigga. My nigga. You gonna talk? We just looking at each other awkwardly. I can't even move the screen. This shit had better not froze, bro. I can't even hit pause. Oh no. Oh no. Boy, if I have to restart this broadcast and everything, I'm gonna be mad as shizzy, man. Boy. Yes, nigga. Alright, yeah, so I'm just gonna, I don't know why it's not, did it just freeze on me? Bruh. Nigga. Alright, yeah, we gonna have to restart all that shit. Yep, I'll have to restart all of that shit.